Hello, I am joined with Alexander Zachary today. Alexander is with the Keller Williams Home Realty. Alexander, how are you?
I'm good today, thank you.
Awesome. Alexander is a local real estate agent in the Detroit metro area. And Alexander, how long have you been serving Detroit now with real estate?
I've been in two aspects. I've been working as a licensed realtor for just shy of 2 years, and prior to that, I was in real estate development doing market studies for property development companies and nonprofits.
Awesome. Awesome. So did that prior experience lean you in towards becoming a real estate agent? Tell us a
Absolutely.
little bit about that. What motivated you to?
It was one of those things where you just start looking. It's like, well, if they had someone to work at land acquisitions and someone who understood contracts and everything like that, it'd be a heck of a lot easier. So it was just something that I thought would add to my professional ability. When I got to taking the real estate courses, I breezed through the sections about zoning and planning and setbacks and riparian rights and all these other things like that. So it was a very, very good fit to just kind of transition from one side to the other.
You were being prepared to be a real estate agent. So with your real estate business, are you helping out on the residential side, just your home buyers, home sellers looking for residential properties? Are you doing commercial too?
Well, I'm doing a little bit of both. It's primarily, and the buying and selling has primarily been on residential.
Okay.
And that's been a broad range throughout the metro, from small starter homes to big family suburban homes, downtown condo market. In addition to that, doing a lot of, still doing some real estate analysis for nonprofits in that market study area, so we can see more specific areas and how they're trending up, trending down, and how long the sales are, and tax revenue and things like that. So
Awesome. Awesome. And over the past 2 years, Alexander, how many individuals and families would you say you've been able to help achieve their real estate goals?
uh, well, in terms of direct transactions, and it's kind of interesting how it just kind of trickles down.
Right.
Because you sell one house and then you realize, wow, that was an estate, and there was four kids, four families, all of whom were working and depending on selling this. So it was actually, the amount in the last year has been seven transactions, but the amount of families that it's helped has been substantially
Yeah.
more.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. When I phrase that question, I'm always, how many transactions, how many people you've been able to help? Because your influence goes way beyond. So I
Right, right.
appreciate that. So right now in the Detroit metro area, what advice do you have for buyers and what advice do you have for sellers with what's going on right now in the market?
My advice for buyers is that you have to be patient and be competitive, and listen to your agents when they tell you what a price should be, because a lot of folks are just looking for that deal. And a lot of times, right now, that if you're looking for that deal, you're going to lose out on the house. If you have a 3 bedroom, 1.5 ranch with a 2 car attached garage and a good school district, it's going to be sold in 5 minutes with multiple offers. So you have to come in strong. You have to come in, um, ready to compete, and plan according for your budget, or else there's going to be a lot of disappointment. So if your budget's 130,000, don't look for 150,000 and hope they'll go with 130, because that's not happening right now.
Gotcha.
For sellers, my advice is, again, listen to your agent. So there's a lot of steps that your agent can walk through. So we have someone who says, boy, that house is 150,000. I'm going to bid $160,000 just to make sure I get it. Well, there's always that question of, is it going to appraise? And so having that agent work with you to make sure you get, appraisal contingencies, and make sure that they're qualified for that amount of money before you go down that road and hit stumbling blocks later.
Yeah, that can be an interesting path to go on when it's under contract and the appraisal comes through and now it's like, okay, are the buyers gonna put forth the more money
Right.
than it's worth or the seller's gonna drop the price? So but it's a competitive
Or
market.
right.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
playing the game of, well, the inspection just came back and it's $10,000 worth of stuff we want done. So,
Yeah.
so watch for bidding up the price and then trying to whittle it back down once it's under contract. Because at that point, if 10 days pass, it's 10 more days on the market that you could have had other legitimate sales come through.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. That's great. So I think just from what you're saying right now is a great reason or to chat with you about real estate goals. But let's
Yeah.
hear it from you specifically. Yeah, why should someone come chat with you over another real estate agent? And not to demean other real estate agents, but what do you really bring to the table to help people in the Detroit metro area right now?
Well, in terms of selling homes, I do have a very good social media presence, and I worked very well. I work also with being with Keller Williams. They've got a wonderful platform that works in tandem with social media, so you can create ads for your listings, and those ads get pushed out to not just going out on Facebook; they're going out to people who are specifically looking. So that whole creepy thing of where you said, boy, I just thought of this, and all of a sudden it's there on your computer, there's a reason for that. So if people are thinking, boy, I really would like to think about a Detroit condo downtown, and all of a sudden there's a listing on the side, or they've been, uh, messaging. So the program that we use is actually really good at doing that. So I've been pretty prolific in marketing properties through that program. And it's kind of amazing the responses that you get. You're like, well, I just put this out on social media and 600 people viewed it in 2 hours. Okay. All I need is one person to buy it. So it's staying on top of that technology and getting that campaign out. And that's been a nice trick. Also, going back with, again, I am not a fresh agent despite having just shy of 2 years. I have a degree. I'm really like kind of a square footage and things like that. I also have that background of planning and development, working with municipalities and things like that for a long time. So if somebody says I want to build on the side, I have that knowledge that I can kind of say, hey, maybe this isn't the best house for building an addition onto. That setback here, you're going to be limited there. The difficulties. I have a little bit more of a knowledge. Not that I would ever say, something that an inspector would say, but I could say, you should ask your inspector about that, before
Yeah.
you go forward. You should ask your inspector about that. So I've in that, and also a good understanding of how this works going forward
Awesome.
with municipalities that require different things back and forth. So yeah, and I love houses. I love them.
Fun. Best that and cars are the best things to look at online. Awesome. So we wanted to pull up Alexander's social media page, his Instagram page. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. Alexander, what can people find on your Instagram here?
Well, I like to do a variety of different things. A lot of it is, personal stuff. You can see there, the first picture, I was having a bad day. Didn't want to get up from my nap. But then there's a couple others there. I think what's important is that with Instagram, you mix kind of the personal life with your success in real estate and your sales. So people know what you do. People know who you are. They know you're a good guy. They know you're trustworthy. They know you like to have fun. You have friends.
Do
And
have fun.
you can
I
also
see that.
champion your successes. So
Yeah.
you can also see if you go up, oh, you went past it right there. There's a great social media award there where I was given the top 20, that one. The
Wow.
top 20 Detroit real estate agents, 14, and I was overjoyed by that.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so it does, and what they did review was, hey, this person isn't all just one dimension. There's a lot going on here. So what that does is it draws people to want to see my page. So when I do post real estate ads, for instance, the one that was before that says under contract, there was a lot of posts in regard to that, using Instagram stories. and getting it out there that is being done. So it's getting that top of pot in terms of real estate. So
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, I didn't even say your handle. Let me pull that back up. So if you want to follow him, Ironman Zachary, he does Ironmans as well. Yeah, he does it all.
I do.
So give him give
Yeah.
him a follow. That's awesome. Well, Alexander, thanks for joining me today. And if anyone here is watching, needs help achieving their real estate goals, Alexander's your guy. So give him a ring. Thanks
Thank you.
thanks for coming
I look
on.
forward to it. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.